how to start a blog for beginners. We're going to be talking about a simple platform you can use. We're going to be talking about picking a topic or a niche, staying on focus, and then also adding content that people will read. So we're going to talk a little bit about all that good stuff. So let's talk about the first thing, the platform you need. So this is what we talk. Hello there and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christina Spoor and this channel is all about small business tips, tricks, and ideas, motivation, things you can do for your business to help it grow, get more customers, all the good stuff like that. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss out on a new video. So let's get started with today. We're going to be talking about how to start a blog for beginners. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline it in 3 different ways for you. That way it's simple and easy to do. We're going to be talking about a simple platform you can use. We're going to be talking about picking a topic or a niche, staying on focus. And you may have an idea, but we're going to talk about like focusing in and being real specific with it. And then also adding content that people will read. So we're going to talk a little bit about all that good stuff. So let's talk about the first thing, the platform you need. So this is what we talked about in the first part of the mini series, because this is all part of the mini series of how to start a blog online, or how to start blogging. But the first one we talked, and I showed you exactly how to set up a website, which is you can start a blog. And I walk you through that exactly in the video. I'll leave the link on the screen for you or down below in the description, and you can go watch that. And the platform, I'll just tell you, siterubix.com, and you can use the link below down in the description. And this is where you will create your website. Now, of course, there are other platforms that you can do this on, and that's completely up to you. You just have to decide what works best for you. But I will say everything that I do teach and show is going to be using this platform. So this way, if you don't want to get confused or want to know exactly what I'm talking about and follow along, especially with certain tools and certain tricks and trainings I give are specific for that platform. So that's the only reason I would suggest using that if you follow along. Otherwise, it's still phenomenal. I'm here selling this platform. I don't even want to do that. I'm just saying, if you want to follow along with the videos, then do it. Otherwise, do something that works for you, because there's lots of things out there that you can do. So the first thing you did is pick a platform. So that's good that you did that, whatever you decided to do. 2, let's go to picking a topic or theme. So you might have an idea of what you want to do. You might want to be doing a fitness blog. You might want to be doing a beauty blog. You might want to do like a sports blog. You might want to do like a food blog. I mean, there's so many different options. Travel blog, yeah, like whatever you want to do. Car blog, I'm just coming up with all these ones. Writing blog, whatever, writer's blog, like whatever it is. So whatever it is you have, you want to be very specific with it though, because especially when you're starting out and you don't have a broad audience, you'll want to create specific content that people can find. And this will go into the next topic we'll talk about. But with your niche, you want to narrow in on it very, 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 very specifically. So let's say you have multiple ideas. This is when it comes to when I'm talking about being specific. Like, let's say you want to do something that involves fitness and cars. Well, that's cool. You can do that. But I would actually create 2 different websites for that. That way you can actually target a specific audience. And that's what I mean by being specific. Because if you're going to be talking about all these different things that we talked about, what you can blog about in one blog, that can be kind of confusing to your audience and not really understand what's going to be coming next or what to expect. And some people might not even be interested in some of those topics. Like some men might want to listen to the car topics but not hear about beauty. So if you're into both, I would create a blog for both. So that's when it comes to being specific, so you can be specific for your audience. So now that you know that, let's move on to 3, which is going to be adding content that is read. So this leads on to what we talked about with the niche. So if you know your topic, so let's focus in on health, okay? Or not health, fitness. Let's say you're doing that, okay? And things you want to talk about with fitness specifically. Let's say you want to narrow in specifically on, I mean, there's lots of topics, but let's say you want to do something short, 5-minute workouts that you can do anywhere. Let's say that's, I mean, that's something good to blog about because you can do a lot of workouts in that and do a lot with that. But that's too, let's do something else. I want to do something, let's do basically workouts you can do outside, okay? So let's say you're doing like running, or maybe, like if you're doing basketball outside or baseball or things like that. Those are all types of fitness things that you can do. And let's say you can actually write about all those different topics. You can talk about being, the benefits of being fitness, like when you're playing baseball, the benefits of playing fitness when you're running, the benefits of, fitness when you're just power walking. Like if people don't want to do that, you can talk about the benefits of it if you're on the sand versus the cement, on the grass versus like a dirt boat. I don't know. There's so many different options and things you can do. And that's when you can be very specific for your audience and give them what they want. So say you're in fitness and you're wondering, you're like, okay, I'm wondering how bad is it to run on pavement for my knees? Well, I would go to Google and search that in the search engine. So you would actually want to talk about that and be very specific on just one blog post about what pavement does to the knees. So that way, when I'm searching it, I land on that blog. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Being very specific. Because if you were to be maybe too generic on it and you would talk about everything at once, like the effects of the dirt, effects of the sand, stuff like that, that would be like a meaty blog post where you could add everything in there, but you don't have a lot of traffic yet because you're new, remember? So you're not having a lot of people coming over yet. So if you're going to do something so broad, then it's going to be hard to find because there's a lot of competition, because this will go into keywords because it's a lot for beginning, but you'll just want to know to be very specific. So yeah, if you have any more questions about that, leave it in the comments below. I hope you're understanding on how into picking a specific topic and staying with it and then not veering off, because that's not what your audience is necessarily interested in. Yeah. Okay. So basically, beginners, I hope this helped you start a blog. You, 1, have a platform. 2, you picked a specific topic and stuck with one, and you know that when you want to do 2, you can always do 2, but you have one specific one for each blog. And then 3, we talked about adding specific content and ideas you can do for that. Now, let me just briefly talk about on where to get ideas. What if you're like, okay, well, I don't really know what ideas to talk about or what my audience is thinking about. Now, this is when you're going to have to do some research or really sit down and put yourself in their shoes and say you are writing a blog post and you want to do something for runners. You have to think, because I actually don't enjoy running very much. So if I wanted to do a blog post for runners and do research and actually make something that would actually benefit runners out there, because if I did have a fitness blog, I would want to do something and benefit for runners. So I would think about it and be like, okay, if I was a runner, what would I want to know? What would I have questions about? Stuff like that. And I would actually myself go to Google and I would type that stuff in. Like if I was a runner, I'd be like, where are the best places to run? And it's like in my area, and it's like, oh, that's cool. So like, what if I live in California, I do live in California, but what if you live in Colorado? What if you live in New York? You could create a blog post very, very specific for places to run in New York or places, stuff like that. What if, let's see, I'm talking about, like we talked about the knee thing, like I'm thinking about the knee injuries. What if, shoes, what type of shoes are best for running? Where are the best places to go get running attire? Or let's see, what else? If I was a runner, what would I want to know? Shin splints, I've heard that. What to do about shin splints. I've actually never had those, but I've heard runners do get those. So what you would want to do about that. So those are just some ideas that you can think about, and then you yourself have to go to Google and do the research and actually understand what you're going to be talking about, and then you'll share it. Now, of course, you don't want to come off as like an expert and say, okay, I know this like perfect. Like, let them know that you learned and you've learned this and you're sharing this with them so they can get value from this as well. Now, the benefit of this, because say you're in a fitness company, in the bottom of this or on the side of your banners and your widgets and things like this, you'll be promoting your products or services. And say they read this and they're like, okay, I got some great information from this person, and they see maybe a banner that or an ad that promoted something related to it, and they click on it and purchase it, then you make a commission from it. Or say they were like, okay, I want to maybe purchase a service, maybe you have a product for them. They can purchase, and they are like, okay, this was great information, I want to buy this product. So there's lots of ways that you can make money on your blog and get people to purchase without necessarily saying just purchase, because you're giving them valuable information that they want and they'll want to come back to it. So I hope this was very, very beneficial to you, and you learned a lot about how to start a blog for a beginner. And if you did, make sure to like this and share this video with others who could use this. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any other videos, because I will be uploading, because like I said, this is the series of the mini series. Next video we'll be talking about, no, that's not it. Oh, difference between a blog and a Facebook. So I'll be comparing those, and I'll also maybe touch on some other social media sites and those stuff and kind of talk about those differences for you. Now, of course, if you want more personal training, coaching with your business, especially with blogging or YouTube or social media and bringing more customers in, I can help you with this. Make sure to send me a message on Instagram or Facebook at the Christina Spohr. Both are the same handles. I'll leave the link below in the description or on the screen for you. And I would love to help you with your business and help you get more views, rank your videos, write your blog posts, not for you, but help you write your blog posts, finding content, targeting a specific audience so they are coming to you, stuff like that. All right. With that being said, if you're interested in that, I will talk to you soon. If not, and you just want to watch my videos, that's wonderful too, because I appreciate that. So I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.